going to talk about team defense, but primarily starting with the start, and that's your ability to convert from offense to defense. I tend to talk about defensive conversion more than defensive transition, and you might think, well, it's just words, but it's so important. You know, if you talk to a player about transition, what do they think? Offense or defense? Offense, all right? Where really, when we talk about defensive conversion, the first thing that we need to do, whatever system that you have, they have to have an understanding of the importance of going quickly from offense to defense. That's both in terms of their physical change, but also their mindset change. If their mindset is one, oh, we're no longer on offense, I can't wait till we're back on offense, you're not going to win many games. And you're not going to be very good at defensive conversion or defensive transition. So you have to constantly remind them of the importance of going one thing to the other. In the offensive clinic, we spoke about the importance of defining the geography of the court. It's no different here defensively. You have to tell them what to do or give them the tools to make decisions of what to do. You also need to tell them where to go on the court, where we can be most effective in terms of our defensive transition. So the system we're going to talk about today, and the BNSW guys wanted me to talk about, is tagging up, which is a defensive, not only a defensive transition system, but it's an offensive rebounding system as well. Whatever you do, it's got to start with the rebounding contest. For years, my teams were really poor offensive rebounding teams because as soon as a shot went up, I yelled out, "Get back!" Or "Who's back?" First thing out of my mouth for 20 years, "Get back, get back!" All right, because I think if I said it twice, it was even more important. All right? And our teams were no good going to the glass. Why? Because I defined that. Your teams will be good at exactly what you want them to be good at. So I changed and said, okay, how many people do I want to go to the offensive glass? I want 3 to go to the offensive glass every time. Preferably the 5, the 4, and the 3. Preferably. But this is not a board game. It's a 5-on-5 dynamic environment. So we have to define who we want to go. So I want the 3, the 4, and the 5 to go unless my 2 guard is one of our better rebounders. So you'll define what you want to do with your personnel. Then that's defining geography. So Bill, John, Steve, you're going to the offensive glass. Who's back? Dave and Tom. What are their roles back? What does back mean? Again, not a very good basketball coach. 20 years, my defensive transition system was, get back. End of clinic. 2 words, get back. Then I defined it to, I want to establish 5-on-5 as quickly as we possibly can. That's defensive transition. Can we establish 5-on-5 as quickly as we can? That's too airy-fairy as well. Yes, it's important. Is it important to get people back? Yes. Is that a defensive transition system? Is that giving them the tools? No. All right? So we had to define who's going to the glass, who's back, and what does back mean. All right? And I'll show you from here. So give me 5-on-0, quick. All right. So in the rehearsal, to start, I want to define how we're doing this. So just run your 5-on-0 action. Go, move. All right, throw it in the post. Now stop. So they're running their 5-on-0 action. Turn around, face the basket, shoot it. Now, who do we want to go to the glass? Well, we want 3, 4, and 5. All right, or we want to have those 3 rebounders go. So this is the 5. Who's the 4? 4 Who's the 3? All right? Not bad. Not bad, because we're going to get a decent rebounding triangle. He's going to shoot it and follow it. He's coming in. He's long side. All right? So we're creating a rebounding triangle. This is linked to the defensive transition. We need to be organized. Who's doing what? If you're not organized, you're not going to be able to manage the chaos, because defensive transition is chaos. Right? It's one of the hardest things to do in all of basketball. So we need some organization. So now we've got a good chance to get the offensive rebounding. You get the offensive rebound, put it in. That's the best defensive transition that you can have. If you don't get that, you make a contest, and we're going to talk about creating a rebounding scrum later on. But you make a contest. So if I get the rebound now, here, as an offensive player going that way, there's 3 people in this triangle, it's going to be harder for me to quickly get down there. So defining how you want to do it in terms of who's on the glass and the geography of how we do it is good. Now, you're back. Now, stay where you were. So for years, we would designate who's back. The point guard. The point guard's back. You're the point guard? Who should be back in this alignment now? Who should be the deepest guy back? Him. So when we say the point guard should be back, we're working against ourselves. This is where common sense has always got to prevail. Basketball is not a game of absolutes. It's a game of concept. So yes, ideally, we would want the point guard back, but common sense would suggest he's the deepest guy, so he's back. What does back mean? Now, over the years, this has changed. There was a time where back meant get as deep as you possibly can, almost back to the charge halo, and keep everything in front of you. If that's what you do, you're not wrong. But we found, so you're the point guard, right? I'm coming this way. He gets that deep. I'm the running post. I look at him like he's a paddle pop. Boom. It's 5 on 4. Right? So we don't want him that deep. So we want him here, top of D. Still everything's behind, then he can drop as things go. If he runs deep immediately, what is his natural movement pattern going to be? To move forward once things are happening, what's he now leaving? So I would rather get to here, see, be great communicators, and then to be sinking as I go. The other thing with the point guard not getting too deep, we don't want the point guard back, because who's this person? It's the guy that eats all the paddle pops. He's coming here at 6'9", 5'9", boom. So the deeper he is, he's in trouble. So what we want to do, come up here, 75, come here. Quick. I'm the running post. You be here, you're my defender. He's my matchup. But I'm leaking out. What he wants to do is bump me, ride me down, and then you'll leave. You go and find yours. Now we're matched. Does that make sense? Often we send that guy back, the safety, and we just set him up for failure. We let big guys post them up and they go. Or they've got to go from here. Who's the primary playmaker for teams? The point guard. Yet we've got our point guard all the way back here. What's he got to do now? And you create a 20-foot closeout to the best playmaker they've got. You see what? Again, don't think coaching. think common sense. It's not common sense to run that guy 90 feet from that basket. Let him come here. Let him make a decision. Now 75 come here. If 75's a great athlete, you're on defense, and he can sprint past me and get there straight away, what have I got to do now? See the difference between finding my man and closing out? So again, when we say how many to the glass, define what you mean by how many to the glass. When you say who's back, have a definition. I'm going to say the point guard, but right now, it doesn't make any sense for him to be back when he's halfway back already. So he would go deep to the D, go. What you're doing is you're going here to the dog. Deep dog. He's coming here to his geographic point of reference, and from here, now he can find the ball. Now he can find the ball. I'm big on giving them a point of reference so they can stay organized. All right? So if he's in the corner, be in the corner, and we get the rebound, and I want to break out, outlet, go. You're thinking D. No, point guard. He gets to that point, I'm going, what's he got to do now? He's got an angle. Too often, go back. He sees me, right now it's not a fair comparison because I'm an elite fast twitch athlete and he's not, but he comes running at where I'm at. There's no way, right? So we say, if people say dog and deep, you got to define it. I don't want him to come and match up on me because by the time he matches up on me ain't here. So give him a point of reference and then he can guard angles. Now, what it might mean, as he gets there, he's back and I've got a head of steam. Stay there. I've got a head of steam. I've seen guards here really quick. You might go, come, and you fly, and you're flying here. Now that's a high risk strategy, but at least it's common sense, right? So you've got to define what you want them to do. Now, how do you practice that? Give me 5 on 0. 5 on 0, quick. And I would do this in the warm-up. I wouldn't worry about doing high knees and grapevines and all that stuff. Apologies to the sports scientists in the room. We don't have time. Not that it's wrong, but we just don't have time. All right? Let's get the heart rate up. Let's get the neural engagement, and let's learn some basketball. So I want you to run 5 on 0. When I yell shot, 3 to the glass, 1 to the dog, 1 to the deep. All right? And everyone's pointing at the ball. Go. Move it. Move yourself. Move. Shot. Glass. Who's what? Good. Ball here. Right? Now I would get the ball from here. Stay where you are. Now you're in the rebound contest. This is the other thing. We don't want them to bail out of the rebound contest so quickly. So they rebound. As soon as we got it, they just ran off. Wait. See if you can disrupt, then sprint. Now there's a big difference there. Wait, see if you can disrupt, then sprint. There's a big difference between that and just meander off. All right? So wait, and if you see me do this, what would you do in a game? Yeah, wait, see if you can disrupt, and then sprint. Now if you see me do this, back a little bit, what are you going to do? Yeah, you're gone. You're sprinting. Does it make sense? Right? So if this is a handler and you see him go like, bang, you're just sprinting, go, you're coming to get me, go. However, if I get it and it's a 4-5 man and all I'm doing is this, looking for an outlet, timeout, not allowed to do that now, country. You know, like, so again, give them the tools of what they're going to do and rehearse that way. So we'll do it again. Shot goes up, let it bounce, I'll get it. And then everyone, you've got to pick me up, and then all of you guys have got to point at the basketball. Let's go. Shot, shot, shot. Rebound. Ball here, ball here, ball here. Get there. Hey, come. Go, release. Good. Now stop. This comes down to conversion. He just meandered off. You've got to give them some geographic points of reference, and you've got to define what you want them to do. Sprint the first 3 strides, snap heels, snap head, point the ball. 1, 2, 3, snap heels, snap head, point the ball. What does that do? It establishes 5-on-5. Now, I'm not critical of these guys because they've played already, they've got another game. But we don't want anyone on defensive transition to do this. We want to sprint 3 strides. 1, 2, 3, snap heels, in other words, turn around, snap head, find ball, and point at it. Why do we want them to point at it? You can't point at something that you don't know where it is. Makes sense? Point at Lithgow. I hope that's right. Well, I know where find the ball and point. Then everyone's engaged, because defensive conversion is our team guarding the ball. It's our team guarding the ball. So if it's our team guarding the ball, snap head, snap heels, point, ball. Everyone knows what they're doing. All right, here we go. So, circle up here around me, quick. Circle around me. All right, run. When I slap the ball, establish dog, deep, and 3 to the glass. Here we go. Hey. Whoa. All right, now, if that's the biggest error that young man makes, I love him. All right? Who's got the ball though? Now, you're thinking, well, match-up wise, brother, probably me, all right? You work with me here, bro, all right? I'm the point guard, he's going, you're sprinting. But do you see the difference? Because we defined it. What were they engaged to? The ball. If you don't define it, don't expect it. That's coaching 101. If you don't give them the tools, you are arrogant and foolhardy. If you don't give them the tools and define what you want them to do, how can you possibly expect them to do it? First year building apprentice, 2nd week on the job. Hey, listen, drive out to Warrington and build a 5-story house. Go. Ridiculous, isn't it? No more ridiculous than a lot of coaching that goes on where we don't provide the training, the education, the tools for them to do it. All right? So pretty good. One more time. Here we go. Now, if you're going deep or you're going deep, doesn't matter who, what are you saying? Deep. All right? If you guys are going to the boards, what are you saying? Boards. If you're going to the ball, what are you saying? Ball. Simple. We define it. All right? Here we go. Shots up. Disrupt. Go. Here we go. What we got? All right. Now you're starting to build habits. Now again, it's slowly, but you're starting to build habits. Habits of vision, habits of geography, habits of communication. The hardest thing to do, as we know, is build habits of communication. All right, so you have to define what you want them to do there. All right?